Section 21. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You guys go on, we're just passing by. Stop. Did you hear something? That the leading general stopped Feng Qingyang and the other two who were about to leave. The secret realm of the ancient saint is about to open, and if you have the secret key, you can get a piece of the pie. At this critical moment, you would rather kill by mistake than let anyone go. My master said, we are just passing by. You continue, can't you hear me? How dare you speak to the general like this? The two besieged women saw that their attention was attracted by the two men who arrived, and felt that an opportunity had come. Your Majesty, leave quickly. That after the woman said that, she pushed Qin Ruoxue hard, then it exploded with a loud bang, and the shock wave of the self-destruction overturned the soldiers surrounding them, killing them all. Schwanger, that with no time to feel sad, Qin Ruoxue turned around and ran away. Damn it, that the general didn't care about Feng Qingyang and the other two, and turned around to chase Qin Ruoxue. These people are mentally ill. They have said it is none of our business and they want to die. Let's go. Feng Qingyang and Lin Bai continued on their way and were about to leave the border of Dazhou. Unexpectedly, the woman who was being chased was spared and came back. Qin Ruoxue was injured and knew she couldn't run far, so she spared her life and caught up with the two men in front of her. Sir, please save me, Qin Ruoxue requested. Feng Qingyang took a look at the woman who was chasing her. She was far away just now and didn't take a closer look. Looking at her up close, she looked like a fish and a goose. However, the reason for being chased for many days made her look disgraced and ruined this beauty. The clothes that were scratched by the sword still showed a large amount of white. It's just a beauty and a skeleton. Feng Qingyang doesn't care about it at all. Why should I save you? Or why should I save you? Just because you look good. Feng Qingyang checked the system and found that the woman's identity was quite interesting. Empress of the Great Zhou Dynasty, Qin Ruoxue, realm, peak of divine transformation, treacherous ministers forged news. The empress killed the ministers who had served for 10 years, the dynasty was in turmoil, treacherous ministers and traitors pulled the empress off the throne and established herself as emperor. Young master, this is the secret key to unlocking the ancient sage's secret realm. Now that I am alone, it is useless to keep this thing, so I will give it to you. Qin Ruoxue took something out of her arms and handed it to Feng Qingyang. Feng Qingyang took the secret key from Qin Ruoxue's hand and played with it. Oh. Ancient Saint's secret realm? Yes, young master, with this secret key you can enter the Ancient Saint's secret realm. There are a lot of resources, adventures and inheritances in the Ancient Saint's secret realm. In 3 days, the secret realm of the Ancient Saint will be opened in the Qilin dynasty. You can enter it with the secret key in your hand. Not interested at all, that what is the attraction of the inheritance left by the saint? In less than 3 years, our Qingyun Sect will become the emperor per capita, but the resources can be considered to be plundered. No, it is a fair competition, ding, as the future #1 divine sect in the heavens, I can't do it with a few disciples. I have issued a task to recruit a talented disciple. If you complete the task, you will receive a huge reward. It has been detected that the genius disciple will appear in the Qilin dynasty 3 days later. Please go to the host as soon as possible. Only then did Feng Qingyang's eyes light up. The system hadn't sent out a task for a few days and she really missed him. Don't get me wrong, she just missed the reward given by the system. Is he in the Qilin dynasty? Is he going to enter the secret realm? It just so happens that I got the key to the secret realm. This is fate. Qin Ruoxue was completely uninterested when she heard what Feng Qingyang said. Despair has begun, and the empress has reached the end of her rope. Feng Qingyang almost knelt down when he saw the empress asking for help from him so sincerely and even offering treasures. A big man can bend and stretch, a little girl can open and close, this empress can achieve great things. However, seeing as how sincere you are, it doesn't hurt to save your life. But, you have to. Before Feng Qingyang finished speaking, Qin Ruoxue took the first step and eagerly agreed, no need to think about it, I am willing, master. As long as the green hills remain, there is no need to worry about running out of firewood, no matter what you do, as long as you can save your life. the most important thing is not to mention serving tea and water, warming the bed and sleeping with you. In a desperate situation, Qin Ruoxue clung to this only hope. Okay then, you can follow me back to the sect. He can also refuse to help and stride away with the secret key, but what is the difference between this and not giving money after playing? If you accept the cause, you will receive the result. Lin Bai didn't say a word at the side, and didn't glance around. He had reached the state of being a god of nature without a woman in his heart. I just want to recite a poem. I was surprised to come home and hear the bad news. Destroy Wang Bai's family with one hand. Bai and Yanjia came to break off the engagement. Draw your sword and kill the person in your heart first. Thank you, sir, for saving my life. Young master, my name is Qin Ruoxue. Young master, just call me Ruoxue. She also did not confess that she was the empress of the Great Zhou dynasty. The Great Zhou dynasty no longer existed, so where could the empress come from? We have to wait until we make a comeback later. At this time, the sound of neat horse hooves came from behind. Qin Ruoxue, where are we going? These guys are really in the same group. Kill them without mercy, that the leading general said angrily when he saw Qin Ruoxue and the two men together. First she sent people to attract her attention, and then she used one move to lure the tiger away from the mountain. This empress was so scheming. My first general in the Great Zhou dynasty, Xing Daorong, was almost fooled. Chapter 19. Gathering together in Batian, the sects conspired. Sir, they are coming, Qin Ruoxue said anxiously. She was unable to fight anymore. The spiritual energy in her body had been exhausted and she had not yet recovered. She could not even escape. It doesn't matter, I told you to join the Qingyun Sect to keep you safe. Why are you so cowardly? With me here, what are you afraid of? It's the sect master. Yi Bai, send them to see the king of hell. Feng Qingyang said casually, in the world of immortality where the weak eat the strong, if a strong man tells you to live, you will live, and if the strong tells you to die, you will die. Then he continued on his way without looking back. Qin Ruoxue secretly guessed that there should be strong men from the Qingyun sect following her, but who is the king of hell? Why do you want to see him? After a while, Dezhou Xing Daorong arrived with his men, but did not see the three people, but a man in black robe appeared in front of him blocking the road. Hey, why are you blocking my general's way? Get out of the way quickly, or I'll kill you too. Xing Daorong shouted angrily, and the spiritual energy in his body spurted out. My ability is not great, but my voice is not small. I have killed more than a dozen arrogant people like you today. Yi Bai sneered when he heard this, looking at these clowns with interest. Huh, bragging. With the pear blossom mountain axe in the hands of this general, 1,000 will die, 1,000 will die, let alone you. Section 22. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Kill them and capture the empress alive, Xing Daorong shouted and led all the soldiers to kill. The rumbling sound of the spirit horse's hooves shook the earth. Destroy. After saying that, Yi Bai circulated the spiritual energy in his body, the majestic pressure of shattering sky realm swept out. Ah! No! Countless screams resounding through the sky came from the front. In a breath, Xing Daorong and others were crushed into blood mist by the huge pressure. Yi Bai sneered and turned and flew away. A clown like this doesn't need to make a move. A little bit of pressure can crush him to death. On the other side, Feng Qingyang and others have returned to Qingyun Sect, 1,000 miles in an instant, inside Qingyun Sect. Master, junior brother, you are back. Shi Hao was playing chess with an old man. He noticed that someone had come to the sect and hurried to check. Shi Hao looked at Lin Bai and felt that something had changed in his junior brother. It was strange that his appearance had not changed, but his temperament was different and more sharp. Senior brother. At the same time, Shi Hao also noticed the woman next to Feng Qingyang. The first impression was that she was amazing. Master is so popular with women. He just sent away 2 women 2 days ago, and now he brought another one. You are worthy of being master. Qin Ruoxue was even more shocked. She thought that Qingyun Sect was a dominant force at best. This could Qingyun Sect be a holy land? But that's not right. Does a holy land have these configurations? As the Empress of the Great Zhou, Qin Ruoxue still knows a lot. There is no such a blessed land in the Holy Land of the East region. Looking around, pavilions and towers, ethereal fairy air, and spiritual energy turning into mist, scene by scene, it simply refreshed her worldview. Master, who is this girl? She can't be the mistress that Master has found for us. Without looking at the dusty Qin Ruoxue, Shihao had already imagined a story in his mind, where a woman was being hunted down, and then Master heroically saved her and won her home. Are you bored? Feng Qingyang was ashamed. She's just a maid who serves tea and water, right, the Empress of the Great Zhou. How could he know? Master, I didn't hide it on purpose. The Great Zhou has changed dynasties, and I, the Empress, have become a thing of the past. Empress. Serving tea and water. Master is really strong. It doesn't matter, I just don't like being kept in the dark. At this time, the old man who was playing chess with Shihao also came over. Master. Shihao's face lit up when he saw this. Senior, you're here too. I have to say that your chess skills are really superb, and you're 1,000 times better than your disciples. Li Qingyun just smiled and touched his beard. As a great emperor, he uses the world as a chessboard and all living beings as chess pieces. Let me introduce you to you. This is our Qingyun Sect's Ancestor. Ancestor. Shihao knew that the old man playing chess with him was a senior in the sect, but he never expected that it was the Ancestor. His cultivation must be heavenly. By the way, you two should practice well in the next 2 days. The ancient saint's secret realm will be opened in 3 days. Then you can grab. There are many resources and adventures inside, which can be regarded as a good trial. Practice well and don't lose face for my Qingyun Sect. Yes, Master. Shihao and Lin Bai immediately became serious when they saw that the Master was talking about serious matters. Ancestor, you can continue to stroll somewhere else. You don't need to take action for the time being. Feng Qingyang, who was about to turn around and leave, suddenly thought of something. The sect uniforms have not been issued to them yet. Although there are not many disciples now, they originally planned to wait until Mingzhen Dongyu opened the mountain gate to accept disciples before taking them out, but this is not going to the ancient saint's secret realm, and they must show the eyes of outsiders. Wait a minute. You have been in the sect for a few days, but the sect uniforms have not been issued to you. I will give them to you today. Receive 2 sets of sect uniforms from the system. The whole set of clothes is mainly white and supplemented with blue. On the back is a picture of a rock flying in the clouds, which means soaring into the sky and rising straight into the blue sky. On the left chest and front, the 3 words Qingyun Sect are embroidered in gold thread. Damn! Master, our Qingyun Sect's uniforms are too handsome. Shihao and Lin Bai couldn't put down the sect uniforms. Don't just look at it because it looks good. When you wear the sect uniforms, you will be dust-free, impervious to water and fire, and possessed by the aura of Tao. Well, although he also thinks it looks good, it is true that appearance is justice. I will have to find the system to customize a set of sect master uniforms later. Badian City. Today, many powerful cultivators suddenly poured into the city. However, the residents in the city were not panicked at all. The Tianji Pavilion was in control of the city, and no one who was not afraid of death dared to mess around. The meeting hall of Tianji Pavilion. The 3-day deadline is coming soon. Have you thought about what to do? What to do? What can we do? Do we really have to go to the door to apologize? Where did this Qingyun Sect come from? Didn't it say that it has fallen? Why are there such strong people? Is there a holy land backing them up? Although they are the dominant force in Lingzhou and the top force, they are nothing compared to the Holy Land. The strong men from various sects who participated that day were killed one after another, leaving only some people to report back. If you don't go to the door to apologize within 3 days, you will be killed. But isn't apologizing equivalent to bowing to the other party? Fortunately, Tianji Pavilion sent an invitation today to discuss this matter. The pavilion master of Tianji Pavilion is here. Everyone, this Qingyun sect killed our Tianji Pavilion elders and slaughtered the strong men of all the sects, and they actually asked us to come and apologize. We must unite and wipe out the Qingyun sect. I agree, that as soon as the Tianji Pavilion master finished speaking, some sects came out to support and agree. If they were asked to bow their heads, how could they survive in the eastern region? But they actually have a peak powerhouse in the Broken Sky realm. Will there be stronger ones? There must be a holy land behind them. By the way, the mysterious woman who appeared that day said that she was from the transcendent force of the central region, and the Yuqing Palace was also trying to protect the Qingyun sect. We can't afford to offend them. Some sects who wanted to settle the matter also put forward their ideas. Section 23. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Apologize, just apologize, it's better than losing your life, and it's true that they were wrong in the first place. The consequences were caused by the instigation of the Tianji Pavilion elders and the promise of the Shi family. So what if there is a holy land behind me? I have already reported it to our Tianji Pavilion Central Region headquarters, and the main pavilion has sent strong men to come. Everyone felt relieved after hearing what the master of Tianji Pavilion said. With the strong men of Tianji Pavilion taking the lead, there is nothing to be afraid of. Chapter 20. The war is coming, and there are people coming from the central territory. This big move caused the entire Lingzhou to boil. The 3 overlord-level forces in Lingzhou, Tianji Pavilion, the 10 top forces, and more than 20 first-class forces were dispatched one after another. It can be said that almost all the major forces in Lingzhou participated in the team to annihilate the Qingyun sect. The usually unknown Qingyun sect became famous immediately. The exchange meeting that day was also exposed. A disciple of the Qingyun sect defeated more than a dozen geniuses and fought across borders. The strongest men at the top of the shattering sky realm of Qingyun sect massacred the strong men from all major forces. The Yuqing Palace, a transcendent force in the central region, strives to protect the Qingyun sect. Qingyun sect massacred the elders of Tianji Pavilion. These big news directly pushed Qingyun sect to the forefront. Xianyue City. Isn't the Qingyun sect too powerful to challenge all the big forces in Lingzhou? It's not bad. This is probably enough for the Qingyun sect to drink a pot. I don't know if the Qingyun sect has any backups. There are experts at the top of the shattering sky realm. They are almost on par with the Holy Land. I guess the Holy Land will have to come to eliminate so many powerful forces. Not necessarily. You have to know that Tianji Pavilion is the most powerful among them. I heard that the main pavilion of the Central Territory has sent strong men. In the restaurant, everyone was discussing the battle. Gambling house. Come on, the market is open. The market is open. Qingyun sect versus major forces. Current odds are 110. I press. I will defeat all the major forces and win with 10,000 spirit stones. Give it a try, Xiaoyu. Change the top card. The left side is full. Let's have fun tomorrow night. Damn it, brother, you are a regular customer. You are so stupid, you dare to overwhelm Qingyun Zongying with admiration. Tomorrow night I think your Xiaoyu will be gone and you will have to sleep on the streets. Tianwu City, the Lin family has become the target of public criticism, and everyone is waiting to see the Lin family's jokes. Without him, the Lin family announced that it would become a subsidiary force of the Qingyun sect. Now that the big news has come out, the Lin family has also been pushed to the forefront. I thought the Lin family had a thigh injury, but now it's healed and the thigh is now useless. I guess the Lin family will also be implicated. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. We have just become the largest family in the city. It's so unlucky for the Lin family. Well, in the game between big forces, those who die the most are often those small forces. We should prepare early to avoid being affected by the war. Lin family. Master, please give the order. All the disciples of the Lin family who are above the golden elixir are ready. After the elder finished speaking, the head of the family, Lin Zhan, walked up. Everyone, our main sect is about to go to war with all the major forces. As subordinate forces, we cannot stand idly by. What's more, my son Lin Bai is the direct descendant of the sect leader, and the Qingyun Sect has been a life-saving grace to my Lin family. In this battle, even if we are all destroyed, my Lin family will not take a step back. Are you afraid? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, that the grass is on fire. Go to Qingyun Sect, that the Lin family, the top family, released news to the outside world and headed to the Qingyun Sect, vowing to protect the main sect to the death. This is the first force to stand on the side of Qingyun Sect, and probably the only one. Qingyun Sect. Feng Qingyang is fishing leisurely. He specially opened a fish pond in an open space in the back mountain. The scenery is beautiful. The birds are singing and the flowers are fragrant. Qin Ruoxue was serving tea and water. After cleaning herself and changing her clothes, Qin Ruoxue looked even more beautiful and charming. Her skin was white, tender and smooth, and rosy under the sunlight. Fishing. Ha! Make grilled fish for dinner tonight. After waiting patiently for a long time, Feng Qingyang finally caught the first fish of the day. After placing the fish in the bucket, continue casting. During this period, Feng Qingyang, who was bored, checked the system. Master, Feng Qingyang, realm, early stage of real person realm, disciples, Shi Hao, Lin Bai, physique, divine body of all gods. The strong men of the sect, Ancestor Li Qingyun, the peak of the great emperor realm, guardian Wang Jian, the early stage of the real person realm, and the outer sect elder Yi Bai, the peak of the broken sky realm. Sect, Qingyun Sect, level 1, 3500/10,000. Ha! The sect value has increased by another 2,000, that if he remembered correctly, the last time he took over the Lin family, they added 1,000, for a total of 1,005. So where did the 2,000 sect values come from? Master. Shi Hao, dressed in sect uniform, ran over in a hurry. Calm down, calm down. What did my teacher teach you? Stay calm in times of trouble. Do you understand? Look, you scared away all my fish. No, master, the whole Lingzhou is going to be turned upside down. All major forces, under the leadership of Tianji Pavilion, are clamoring to attack our Qingyun Sect. I also heard that the master of the Tianji Pavilion in the central region has sent strong men to come. Shi Hao finished speaking in a hurry. I thought the sky was going to fall, but it turned out to be such a small thing. Feng Qingyang said indifferently and turned around to continue fishing. It seems that such important things are not as important as his fish, but he also understood what was going on with the sect value. Qingyun Sect had made a name for itself, so the sect value was rising rapidly. Why should the mob care about him? Just kill him. Why don't you think about the seasoning for the fish for dinner? Why do you have something else to do? Seeing Shi Hao still standing there, Feng Qingyang asked. Master. But. It's okay. Why don't you practice if you have nothing to do? The ancient saint's secret realm is the most important. Okay, master. Finally, no one disturbed him fishing. As for the crusades from the various sects, did the central region Tianji Pavilion send someone? Send out the great emperor realm ancestors to crush them all. Do you really think that the great emperor realm peak ancestors are placed in the sect for show? Section 24. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Qin Ruoxue listened to the conversation between Feng Qingyang and Shi Hao, she worked even harder to serve them. At the same time, he was shocked by the sect leader's courage, his eyes were full of admiration, and he was curious about the mysterious Qingyun Sect and who the mysterious sect leader was. Could it be that he is from the Central Domain sect? However, with this arrogant sect leader who treats all sects as if they are nothing, there is hope for her to make a comeback. Tyrant City, the elders and the master of Tianji Pavilion lined up respectfully as if to welcome someone. A huge warship came across the territory. The warship stopped outside Batian City. An imposing old man walked down. Sir, you are finally here. The master of Tianji Pavilion hurriedly stepped forward to greet him. Are you the branch master here? Tell me carefully what's going on. He already had a general idea before coming here. A force killed their branch elders and threatened to destroy the branch. The branch was unable to solve the problem and sent someone to report to the main cabinet. The Lord Pavilion was furious and sent him down. Sir, that force is called Qingyun Sect. It was an emperor-level force from a long time ago. I guess they should have received the inheritance of the emperor. Oh, by the way. They are also related to the Yuqing Palace, a transcendent force in the central region. The branch master informed these matters in detail. The inheritance of the great emperor, that the old man became energetic instantly. It's just that this may be related to another transcendent force, which is a bit difficult to handle. Let's do this. I'll use the transmission talisman to ask them to go to Yuqing Palace to inquire. Chapter 21 Questioning Yuqing. The war is coming. Zhongyu, China, the transcendent power Yuqing Palace. Yuqing Palace is located in a self-created small world. The aura here is thick and rich, far superior to the other four realms. Senior sister, what are you thinking about? Lu Shui asked when she saw her senior sister looking into the distance. Senior sister has always been absent-minded since she came back from the eastern region. Let me guess. Senior sister, are you thinking about the Lord of Qingyun? Lu Shui asked with a malicious smile. What nonsense! Bling Bingning quickly came back to her senses and said. Sister, the people from Tianji Pavilion are here. Lu Shui saw several people walking outside the hall and recognized the identity of the people from the clothes they were wearing. Ah! What are they here for? My Yuqing Palace doesn't seem to have anything to do with Tianji Pavilion. Lang Bingning frowned. Senior sister, have you forgotten? That day you said you wanted to protect the Qingyun Sect. The elder of Tianji Pavilion in the eastern region was killed by the Qingyun Sect. Do you think he came here because of this? What? No, I have to see Master. Lang Bingning stood up in a hurry and ran towards the main hall. Ha. Senior sister, you also said that you didn't think about the Lord of Qingyun. Lu Shui laughed from behind and quickly chased after him, in the main hall. Palace Master, I'll take my leave first. Sorry for bothering you, please say goodbye. As soon as Lang Bingning and Lu Shui rushed over, everyone in Tianji Pavilion had already left. Master. Binger, Shui, you are here. The mistress of Yuqing Palace is a middle-aged woman, but her charm is still there, her skin is as well maintained as that of a girl, and the years have not left any traces on her face. Master, what are the people from Tianji Pavilion doing here? Lang Bingning walked over with long legs and asked doubtfully. It's strange to say that the elders of Tianji Pavilion came to ask if we were involved with the Qingyun Sect in the eastern region. This group of people is really baffled. How can I, the transcendent power of Yuqing Palace, be involved with a small sect in the eastern region? The master of Yuqing Palace was slightly disdainful. After all, their Yuqing Palace was also a transcendent force in the central territory. How could they have anything to do with an unknown sect in the eastern territory? Master, this Qingyun Sect has something to do with Binger. Lang Bingning said hesitantly after hearing that this was true. Palace Master Yuqing, who was in the main seat, frowned slightly. What? Binger, you know this Qingyun Sect? Hearing this, Lang Bingning and Lu Shui told the Palace Master everything about their experiences traveling in the eastern region and everything they had learned about the Qingyun Sect. See. In this way, the Qingyun Sect is comparable to the transcendent forces in our central region. I didn't expect that there is such a transcendent sect in the small eastern region. The Palace Master of Yuqing Palace was surprised, and his brows furrowed even more. Yes, Master, when my senior sister and I first went to the Qingyun Sect, we were shocked everywhere. If this Qingyun Sect is really what you said, then there is no need to worry. Such a transcendent sect is naturally not afraid of Tianji Pavilion. But Lang Bingning wanted to say something else but was interrupted by the Palace Master. There is no but. If you want to win the friendship of our Yuqing Palace, you must naturally show the corresponding strength. A weak clan has no diplomacy, and the friendship between the two forces is based on equal strength and exchange of interests. Other side, Eastern Region, Tian City, the main hall of Tianji Pavilion. This Qingyun Sect is really bluffing and deceiving you all. Let me tell you, how could a little-known sect in the East Domain be related to the transcendent forces in the Central Domain? The elder of Tianji Pavilion laughed loudly after receiving the news. The main pavilion has sent news. They sent people to Yuqing Palace to inquire. They don't know this Qingyun Sect at all. The woman who stepped forward that day was just a supporter of the Qingyun Sect. That's great. Sir, when shall we take action? That they can't wait to take revenge. Wouldn't it be wonderful if they could divide up the Qingyun Sect's great emperor inheritance? Today. My time is precious, and the spiritual energy in the East region is too scarce. I will cough if I don't absorb the spiritual energy of the Central region. Section 25. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yes, all the people talking about the matter could only laugh together, coughing without inhaling the spiritual energy of the middle realm. If it weren't for your strong cultivation, I would have to show you that slapping you in the face in the eastern region hurts just as much as slapping you in the central region. After a while, all the major forces took action, 3 major overlord-level forces, Luyang Pavilion, Fiery Fire Sect and Tianjian Sect, the top 10 forces, Fuyang Sect, Chifa Sect, Mahai Sect, Amaterasu Sect, Liehua Sect, Sword Sect, Tiandihui, Yusho Sect, Chaoyang Sect, and Sun and Moon Sect. There are also more than 20 first-class forces, under the leadership of Tianji Pavilion. All the forces attacked Qingyun Sect overwhelmingly. The huge warships that covered the sky and the sun were rushing across the sky, and there were huge crowds of people wherever they went. Everyone wanted to witness this epic battle with their own eyes. Coming. All the forces are out. Oh my God! So many warships! A man exclaimed. Everyone in the city was shocked by the dense warships in the sky. The whole Lingzhou is boiling. The last time so many big forces besieged one force was the last time. It seems that the Qingyun Sect is going to be finished. So many big forces are involved. Yes, all the second-rate sects in our city want to participate and follow the big forces to eat scraps. Guess what? They don't want it at all, and they are left to cool off wherever they can. Haha, but at the same time, Qingyun Sect. Metropolitan, Ancestor Li Qingyun stood respectfully behind Feng Qingyang. His divine will at the level of the great emperor enveloped the entire eastern region, and he was already aware of the slightest disturbances of the major forces. Let's go, it's time to move around. Since they want to play, then I, the Qingyun Sect, will play with them. Outside the Qingyun Mountains, after traveling hundreds of thousands of miles, the forces arrived. Sir, according to the news, Qingyun Sect is located in this mountain range. That the old man in front of the warship took a deep breath. This is truly a geomantic treasure. The spiritual energy is so strong. My cough symptoms have been temporarily relieved. Everyone also quickly felt it. The aura here is several times that of the outside world, that everyone has different thoughts. They all think that after the Qingyun Sect is destroyed, such a precious land cannot be wasted. Should they move their own sect here? If you want to attack the Qingyun Sect, you must first step over the corpses of my Lin family. That at this moment, a sound echoed through the sky from the east. A warship sailed over. It was the top power Lin family members who arrived in a hurry. Who is this? Do you want to die? Yes, there are so many powerful forces here, and they are here to die. This scene also confused passers-by in the distance. Could it be the reinforcements invited by Qingyun Sect? Looking at the logo on the warship, it seems to be the Lin family, the top family in Tianwu City. The Lin family? Why do they want to help the Qingyun Sect? I heard that the Lin family is an affiliated force of the Qingyun Sect. Lin Zhan took the lead and stood at the front. The Lin family has 2 real-person realms, 10 transformed gods, and 50 nascent soul caves each. It can be said that all the powerful men above the Lin family's golden elixir were sent out. Everyone understands that compared with the major forces, these people are just like an egg touching a stone, and a mantis trying to block a car. But if the Qingyun Sect wins, the Lin family will rise to the top in one step. Chapter 22. The Lin family is bleeding, and drifting. Where did this ignorant thing come from? All the forces looked at the obstacle in front of them with scorn. Disciples of the Lin family, follow me to kill the enemy. That the Lin family led the warships and crashed into the major forces. Who will play with these ants? On the huge warship, the elder of Tianji Pavilion said disdainfully that he didn't even bother to touch an ant like this. Here comes my heavenly sword sect. The leading elder of Qingyun Sect came out to ask for a fight. Play with them well and torture them little by little. Anyway, they have plenty of time and they are not in a hurry. The Qingyun Sect can escape, but the monks cannot escape the temple. We need to let outsiders take a good look at the consequences of offending powerful forces like them. Look, the strong men from Tianjian Sect are coming out. See. Tianjianmen, that the overlord-level force in Lingzhou is notorious but extremely powerful. It can be said that people in Tianjian Sect do not practice the upper sword, but practice the lower sword. If you don't practice the gold sword, but practice the silver sword, no one in Lingzhou would dare to provoke him except Tianji Pavilion. The leading elder of Tianjian Sect led the way, followed by dozens of strong men holding swords. The two sides started fighting as soon as they came into contact. The sound of the clash of swords, the roar of spiritual energy, and screams are endless. Spiritual energy spread everywhere, and sword energy swept across the world. World-weary novel transfer station 11364. It's true that there is a road to heaven if you don't take it, but there is no door to hell and you can come to it on your own. Stop talking nonsense and come on. Point 3 battlefields were opened, the real person, the transformed god, and the cave. However, because the number of strong men from the Lin family was far less than that of the opponent, they were defeated steadily. What a tragedy! The Lin family is going to lose. Yes, if you stand on the same team as the Qingyun Sect, you will not end well. Master, take your people and retreat to the main sect quickly, we can't hold it anymore. Lin Zhan and another real person from his family fought against 4 real people. Want to leave? We haven't had enough fun. The elder of Tianjian Sect licked the blood on the sword with his tongue. The Lin family was beaten back step by step, shrinking into a circle, like a turtle in a jar, unable to escape. Who dares to touch the people of Qingyun Sect? Section 26. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A loud voice came out, followed by a powerful aura, which directly sent everyone from the Tianjian Sect flying away. It flew for 2.5 minutes before stopping. Except for 4 real people who were injured, the rest were all killed by the shock. See. So strong. Has the strong man from Qingyun Sect arrived? This appearance will give the opponent a powerful blow. Yes, it's not easy for the Qingyun Sect to kill so many strong men with its momentum alone. The elder of Tianji Pavilion narrowed his eyes, and the real master finally arrived. He wanted to see what tricks the Qingyun Sect could play. In the distance, 6 people flew towards the horizon. It was Feng Qingyang, Shi Hao, Lin Bai, Ancestor Li Qingyun, Outer Sect Elder Yi Bai, Guard Wang Jian and others. The blue and white uniforms are particularly eye-catching under the sunlight, and an inexplicable Taoist charm flows through them. Are you having fun? Why did the Qingyun Sect send 6 people, including 3 young people? Yes, are the rumors false? But their uniforms are quite handsome. Everyone pointed at Feng Qingyang and the others. Could it be that they wanted to rely on these 6 people to fight against the major forces? Father, are you okay? As soon as Lin Bai came over, he quickly checked the injuries of Lin Zhan and others. It's okay, thanks to the sect leader coming in time. It's okay. Father, just step back and leave it to us. Everyone, please wait and be impatient, but don't be impatient yet. I'll send you all to the reunion later. Feng Qingyang looked at the major forces sarcastically. In his eyes, these people are just a bunch of people. Too arrogant. Who is this young man? I've seen arrogant people, but I've never seen anyone so arrogant. It's really a knife in the butt today. It's an eye-opener. Oh. 2 real-person realms and 1 sky-shattering peak. Is this the strength of the Qingyun Sect, that there are 2 other people who are too low in cultivation and can be ignored directly, but there is also an old man who can't see through them? The elder of Tianji Pavilion was wondering secretly. Stop talking nonsense and just crush them to death. The elder of Tianji Pavilion roared. A series of huge warships began to bombard them wildly. Strong men from various sects filed out of the warships and came towards Feng Qingyang. Yi Bai, you play with them first. When Yi Bai, the elder of the outer sect, heard this, he rose into the sky. The peak cultivation level of Shattering Sky Realm was fully unleashed. What a terrifying cultivation level. This person must be the strong man from the Qingyun Sect who has the peak cultivation level of Shattering Sky Realm. Yes, with such a strong person here, no wonder Qingyun Sect dares to challenge all major forces. How dare you guys attack our Qingyun Sect? Punish. Yi Bai said nothing, rushed into the crowd, and slapped a lot of them to death. Suddenly the sky was filled with a large amount of blood mist, covering the sky and the sun. There was blood flowing in the river, and the sunlight was dyed blood red. In the year 10086 of the new era, later generations will record that today is the bloody death of Lingzhou, the Qingyun meat grinder. Ah! This man is a devil. Help! Master, save me! Less than a minute into the battle, the situation reached a fever pitch. The strong men from all the forces were defeated one after another. This strong man from the Qingyun sect is too scary and does not have many fancy martial arts skills. With just one slap, a large area of empty space can be taken away from the crowd. The blood mist that filled the sky lingered for a long time. A bunch of rabble-rousers dare to attack our Qingyun sect with their limited abilities. The elder is so fierce. Shi Hao and Lin Bai were stunned. Although they were extremely talented, neither of them had ever experienced such a battle, and Lin Bai didn't even have much actual combat experience. Looking at the elder who looks like a god of war in the sky, he is full of admiration. How's it going? Watch and study hard. As long as you two work hard to practice, you can become such a strong person in the future. Feng Qingyang patted their shoulders and said, I'm different, I just cheat. What's the point of bullying juniors? Let's play with you. The three Overlord-level forces sent 3 Shattering Sky Realm Ancestors, together with the Master of the Tianji Pavilion in the East region, a total of 4 Shattering Sky Realm powerful men. The terrifying momentum spread. This is terrible. 1 against 4 has a low chance of winning. If the Qingyun sect doesn't have a backup plan, it's probably hard to escape the fate of destruction. The elder of Tianji Pavilion also raised the corner of his mouth. I have the advantage of 4 against 1. Since you are anxious to die, I will give you a ride first. Arrogant. 5 Sky-shattering realm experts collided together. The elder Yi Bai was able to defeat 4 enemies with 1 enemy. This battle was a devastating one. See. It's too strong. Is this the terrifying combat power of a great power from the Shattering Sky Realm? Yes, the space is shattered, that the eastern region is divided into 13 continents. Among them, there is no Holy Land located in Lingzhou, but with a branch of the central region's transcendent forces like Tianji Pavilion, there is no need to fear the Holy Land. Therefore, the Broken Sky Realm is the ceiling of Lingzhou's combat power. Even so, many people will never see it in their lifetime, if nothing unexpected happened. Today's sky-shattering realm powerhouse was the strongest person they had ever seen in their lives. One of the 4 showed a flaw. Yi Bai seized the opportunity and took action with all his strength. Die! In Yi Bai's roar, the sky-shattering realm ancestor who showed his flaw was blown up. Ancestor. Chapter 23 The Great Emperor takes action and crushes the half-saint. This side of Tianjiamen, what did they see? My ancestor was beaten to pieces. The ancestor has ascended to heaven. It's over. It's all over. After the death of the ancestor of Shattered Sky Realm, the strength of the sect has been greatly reduced. Now I am afraid that I can no longer practice swordsmanship arrogantly. There is also the risk of being swallowed up by the same forces. I thought so. Section 27. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They stared at the remaining 3 shattered sky realms with their wise little eyes. Die. That once they died, the strength of that sect was balanced again. Monks in the distance. Wu Chao. The ancestor of Tianjian sect was defeated. A man exclaimed. The chicken legs in his hands also fell to the ground. It's okay if this Qingyun Sect strong man doesn't fall behind in one fight. The beating became more and more fierce, and the ancestor of Zhutian Sect was beaten into blood mist with one palm. It's really pleasant. This day the sword sect is notorious, and everyone will kill it. If he hadn't been able to defeat them, he would have given them a taste of the power of the big iron rod in his hand. However, their sword training was too good. The remaining 3 ancestors on the big power side were also frightened. The one who is even more depressed is especially the master of Tianji Pavilion in the East region. Why are you so powerful when everyone is also at the peak of Shattering Sky Realm? That his insides were shaken by the man in front of him. Is this all you can do? How dare cats and dogs invade my Qingyun Sect? Yi Bai laughed loudly when he saw that the 3 of them were fighting harder and harder, retreating while fighting. Boy, don't be too arrogant. I, the master of the Tianji Pavilion, have not taken action yet. Please take action, sir. That the master of Tianji Pavilion saw that the 3 of them could not do anything to this person together, and if they continue to fight, they would probably end up with the same fate as the ancestor of Tianjian Sect, so he turned around and shouted to the warship. What a bunch of useless trash. I still have to take action. An old man with white hair and a childish face flew out from the warships with the largest forces. The old man stood with his hands behind his hands, looking down at the Qingyun Sect and others with a proud expression. Who is this person? Why does the master of Tianji Pavilion have to call him sir? You must be ignorant. This is the elder of Tianji Pavilion in the central region. Our Tianji Pavilion is just an insignificant branch of others. Zhongyu. Tianji Pavilion. Everyone's eyes were once again open to the great power coming from the central region. The remaining 3 ancestors quickly retreated when they saw the adults taking action. This man is so scary. Hey, old man, are you here to die too? Yi Bai saw that the old man's cultivation was unclear, and his eyes were serious, but he couldn't lose his skill in speaking. Ignorant young man, you were still playing in the mud while I was wandering into the central territory. Today, let you chickens and tile dogs see the real power. After the old man said that, his cultivation level opened up, and his terrifying aura overwhelmed the entire audience. The unrivaled holy aura erupted from the old man. The warships of all the major forces were knocked back by the huge shock wave. The people watching in the distance were also suppressed by the aura and could not move. Only Feng Qingyang's side was fine and remained calm. Master, this old man is so strong. This old man is definitely the strongest person Shi Hao and Lin Bai have ever seen. Of course they don't know that, the ancestor standing next to him is a great emperor realm existence. This old man will die countless times with just one slap. Just ants. Feng Qingyang said disdainfully. Feng Qingyang checked the old man's data through the system, half stepping into the holy realm, that is, half saint. The next realm to the peak of Broken Sky Realm is the holy realm. But these 2 realms are indeed 2 worlds apart. They belong to the sublimation of life level. I don't know how many geniuses have stopped here throughout the ages. All spiritual energy must be converted into holy sources to break through. Those who have not completed the conversion are called semi-holy. Even the semi-saints are not comparable to the peak of Shattered Sky Realm. Dozens of them combined are no match for the semi-saints. There is also a saying circulating in the cultivation world, shatter the void, absorb the holy source, and become holy immediately. Who are you trying to scare? Old man. You are the only one who has strong people. I'm just an outer elder of our Qingyun Sect. He's much more powerful than me. Just wait. As soon as the old man exuded the aura of the holy realm, Yi Bai, who knew he could not defeat him, retreated. Outer elder. What's going on? A single outer sect elder can crush all the major forces in Lingzhou. How powerful is this Qingyun Sect? Could it be that the Qingyun Sect is a great ancient sect in the hidden world, a transcendent force that can rival the central region? After everyone heard Lin Bai's words, they all started thinking. I don't like people looking down on me, so you can go die. The elder of Tianji Pavilion was still immersed in Yi Bai's words. Did you hear the young man in the real world below telling him to die? They are indeed a bunch of ignorant people who know how to brag. Let me die, knowing that I am. Don't wait for him to finish. Ancestor Li Qingyun pinched him, just squeeze it gently and it will burst. Raindrops of blood dripped from the sky, turning into fertilizer to nourish the earth. The holy blood of the holy realm is a good thing. The breath of the holy realm dissipated between heaven and earth, the pressure on everyone also disappeared without a trace. You talk too much. That what happened? This scene happened in an instant. The elder of Tianji Pavilion who was so arrogant just now was crushed. Everyone was dumbfounded, no matter how hard he said it. He was a powerful man from the central region, the existence that transcends the shattered sky realm. Why don't you hit it twice to express it, you good guy? You pick it up like a little chicken and crush it until it explodes. Grown-ups, that the people from the major forces were so frightened that their legs weakened. The timid one was so frightened that he peed all over his face and made the surrounding area stink. What kind of sect did they offend? Even the adults from the central region were crushed to death. If I had known this, I would have gone to apologize. Section 28. You are listening at novelfull.audio. But there is no regret medicine in the world. Don't spare any of the participants, that he is not a saint. People came to destroy you, but you let them go and let the tiger go back to the mountain. You must understand that the weeds can't be burned out, and they will grow again in the spring breeze. Yes, sect master. After receiving the order, Li Qingyun began to kill. No. We don't dare to do it again. Please spare us, master. We are willing to submit to master and hand over all resources. Feng Qingyang spread his hands and said, it's really stupid. I killed all of you. As for submitting to Qingyun Sect, sorry, it's not necessary. The great Emperor Ancestor directly waved his sleeves, and the terrifying momentum that was enough to tear the world apart changed and swept away to all major forces. The majestic imperial power surged out, and the world lost its color for a while. In their terrified expressions, they were torn into pieces and dissipated in the air. Only countless onlookers were left outside the venue. Feng Qingyang walked up slowly and said a few words. I will only say one thing. In the future, Lingzhou will respect Qingyun Sect as the leader. Who is in favor, who is against? Chapter 24. Lingzhou is respected by all, and Qingyun City is built. The people at the scene were silent at first, then they expressed their submission. Everyone knew that after this battle, Qingyun Sect would dominate Lingzhou. Lingzhou is respected by all. The first sect to dominate Lingzhou. The next day, the news spread, a stone stirs up 1,000 waves. In this battle, the strong men of the major forces in Lingzhou were almost killed. The three major hegemonic forces took the lead in announcing that all those who participated in the war would be expelled from the sect, although this was only a formality. After all, the people turned into ashes. But they still sent people to scatter their ashes. Then they took out 80% of the resources of the entire sect and sent them to Qingyun Sect. Submit to Qingyun Sect and respect Qingyun Sect as the leader of Lingzhou. This is still a big force with some background. As soon as some top forces received the news of defeat, they were afraid of being held accountable by Qingyun Sect. They left the building empty and lost all their money. The major forces reshuffled, and those sects that did not participate annexed the weaker forces, and all the annexed resources were handed over to Qingyun Sect for protection. New sects emerged one after another like mushrooms after rain. Xianyue City. My 10,000 spiritual stones. Damn the major forces, you really deserve to die. I trusted you so much. In front of the casino, many people cried and cried heartbreakingly. Nothing else. They all bet on the major forces to win, but lost everything. They cried to the sky and the earth but no one answered. I'm rich, I'm rich. Only one person laughed at the scene. It was the old man on the left who was full. He made a lot of money. He took a chance to change Xiaoyu to the top card. Now he can go out tonight. The news spread more and more, like a butterfly with wings gradually spreading to the major states in the eastern region. Badian City, Tianji Pavilion. What are you doing? You are rebelling. Do you know where this is? This is Tianji Pavilion. A branch of the central region's transcendent forces. Do you want to die? Fuck you. A big man rushed over and kicked the man who was talking away. What is Tianji Pavilion? Now Lingzhou is the world of Qingyun Sect. We should hand these resources over to the upper sect, maybe we can get a chore's disciple. Brothers, grab your weapons and grab them for me, Tianwu City. Alas! Rumors misled me. Which idiot said that the Lin family must be destroyed and Qingyun Sect must be destroyed? Stand up for me. The current Lin family can be said to have ascended to heaven in one step, although the overall strength of the Lin family is not good. As a subsidiary force of Qingyun Sect, it can be said to be below one sect and above 10,000 sects in Lingzhou. It's all rumors that misled my Li family. Otherwise, I would have brought my clansmen to stand on the side of Qingyun Sect. Wouldn't I have been so successful now? Come on, you. I asked you to say a few words, and you really pretended to do it? It's your Li family. The Lin family is at least a top force and can still hold on for a while. Your Li family is just a second-rate family. Why did you go there? Going to die. If the major forces sneezed, your Li family would be destroyed. Qingyun Sect, congratulations to the host for completing the staged task and becoming famous in Lingzhou. Do you want to receive the reward? The main task of becoming famous in the East region has been completed by February 10th. Please keep working hard. A huge reward will be issued after the task is completed. Is there a staged task for this task? System, receive the reward. Feng Qingyang sat in the main seat in Qingyun Hall and was checking the system interface. Reward received successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 5 silver summoning cards. Section 29. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Qingyun worship. Silver summoning card, can summon the God Transformation Realm Sagely Realm, Qingyun worship, Qingyun Sect's exclusive worship, can travel thousands of miles in an instant, can resist attacks from the Sagely Realm, can fire light cannons, charged with spirit stones, after charging, and its power is equivalent to a full-strength attack from a saint. Good stuff. I didn't expect that this time the system reward gave Feng Qingyang another surprise. There is no need to say more about the summoning card. This Qingyun worship is really a good thing. Imagine driving a majestic worship when going into battle, and then blasting the enemy into slag with one shot. How shocking that scene is. As for the need for spirit stones to charge. Sorry, what my Qingyun sect lacks the least now is spirit stones. Master, the storage room I just made is full again. Sure, Hao was helpless. In a few minutes, a force pulled several large carts of things over. 10 large carts were pulled at a time, and a sack was loaded at a time. What a blast. Resources don't cost money, right? So crazy to send them over. Just today, 5 storage rooms have been rebuilt. I never dreamed that there would be a day when I would be troubled by too many resources. Just take the spirit stones. Return the rest. What martial arts, skills, return them all. Or throw them away. These are what Qingyun sect lacks the most. Okay, master. Sure, Hao went to collect resources again. Feng Qingyang looked at the Lin family in the hall again. Even though the strength of your Lin family is very different in this battle, you still stand firmly on the side of Qingyun sect. Very good. How many forces can do this in this world of immortal cultivation where the strong prey on the weak? Not stabbing you in the back or adding insult to injury is good enough. Master, this is what my Lin family should do. As a subordinate force, if the main sect is in trouble, even if we are thousands of miles apart, even if we perish together, my Lin family will not take a step back. Aren't you afraid of death? Feng Qingyang stared into the eyes of the Lin family. You have to know that the situation at that time was like an egg hitting a stone. I will go even if there are thousands of people. Good. Very good. As long as my Qingyun sect does not fall, your Lin family will last forever. That what Lin Zhan didn't know was how important his words were. Looking back 10,000 years later, he was also very grateful. Of course, this is all later. Lin Bai, take your father to the Gongfa Hall to pick out a few Gongfa and martial arts, and then ask your senior brother to get the resources of the first hall. Go. The strength of the Lin family is still too weak, and it must be strengthened quickly to keep up with the pace of Qingyun sect. If you want to ask how to quickly increase strength, don't ask. the answer is to spend money and resources. There is also cheating. Yes, Master, Shi Hao nodded respectfully. Thank you, Sect Master. By the way, Sect Master, I have another request. Lin Zhan, who had just turned around to leave, turned back again. Can we build a city 100 miles below the Qingyun Sect mountain? City? That this is a good idea. Why didn't he think of it? The big forces all have their own exclusive cities, and each of them is famous all over the world, entrenched and absorbing resources from all sides. Countless geniuses also come here to lay a good foundation for opening a school and recruiting disciples. Okay, your idea is good. Let's call it Qingyun City. If you lack any resources, you can get them from the sect. I will ask the elders to hand over this matter to you. If you don't build it, you don't build it. If you build it, you have to build the best. In addition, the spiritual energy here is much stronger than the outside world. In time, Qingyun City will definitely become the first giant city in the East region and even the entire continent. Chapter 25 Guarding the Elders, the Gongfa Hall. After Lin Bai and the others left, Feng Qingyang opened the system interface again. The system uses all summoning cards. He rubbed his hands excitedly. Damn, 5 summoning cards. It will always be possible to get a gold. The highest level of the manifestation of saints is not available. It's not too much to get a saintly realm, right? The summon card was used successfully. Drawing. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the peak guard of the real person realm. Drawing. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the peak guard of the real person realm. Drawing. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the peak guard of the real person realm. Drawing. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the peak guard of the real person realm. Drawing. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the peak guard of the shattered sky realm. Carving. Already materialized. Fuck you. System, are you kidding me? 5 cards in total, he didn't even come with a single gold. If it wasn't for the peak guard elder of the shattered sky realm who came at the end, he would have flipped the table. System, tell me honestly, did you secretly adjust the probability? Please don't slander me, host, this system focuses on reality. What you draw depends entirely on your luck. You're making it very difficult for me. Difficult? Knock. If it's difficult, don't do it. After a while. Okay, I'm too lazy to bother with you. At this time, 5 men in black robes walked into the magnificent Qingyun Hall. Wang Xian, Wang Yu, Wang Peng, Wang Lai, Wang Ji. Hello, Master, the 5 people said respectfully in unison. Wang Xian, right? You will be the elder of the Qingyun Sect's guards from now on, and all the guards will be under your jurisdiction. Feng Qingyang glanced at the one with the highest realm. Go down and protect the sect well. We will follow the orders of the Patriarch and take our leave. Wait a moment. Section 30. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Feng Qingyang saw that the clothes of these 5 people were incompatible with his own, so he stopped them. Wait a while and go to the elders of the outer sect to get the clan uniforms. After Feng Qingyang finished speaking, he said to the system in his mind, the next time the system calls people, just put them into clan uniforms, okay? You always wear black robes. Do you have a special liking for black robes? I must waste my breath. Receive. At the same time, Qingyun Sect, Shi Hao, who had just finished his work, was panting from exhaustion and sat down on the ground. It's finally done. I wasn't so tired when I fought with more than 10 geniuses alone. Counting spiritual stones, money, is really laborious work. Hey, junior brother, why are you going? Shi Hao saw Lin Bai walking over, followed by his father, and quickly said hello. Brother. I was just looking for you, but I didn't expect you to be here. Master asked me to take my father to the Kung Fu Hall to select a few Kung Fu techniques, and then ask senior brother for you to get a haul of resources. Shi Hao's eyes lit up, and he said quickly as if he saw a savior, hurry. Send someone to get it quickly, because it will be full again later. Take it away, there are too many. I have never seen so many spiritual stones. I am not interested in spiritual stones. The newly built 6 storage hall will soon be full. These people are too crazy. Even if the master said he would collect spiritual stones, as soon as those forces heard that Qingyun Sect was interested in spirit stones, they immediately went back and exchanged all their resources for spirit stones. He even dug out the spiritual stones that were usually hidden in the ground. Then one cart after another of space rings was transported to Qingyun Sect. The 6th storage hall is full of spiritual stones, like a hill. It's so scary. Although there are many towers and pavilions in the Qingyun Sect, they cannot be placed directly in the house. Still can't make it. Shihao rolled his eyes and thought about the possibility of this idea. After much deliberation, I decided to forget it. If someone comes to the Qingyun Sect as a guest, the door will be filled with spiritual stones. Don't blind them. Kung Fu Hall. Let's go, I'll go with you. Speaking of which, he and Lin Bai had never been to the Kung Fu Hall since they came to the sect. The master directly arranged tailor-made exercises for the two of them. They also learned exclusive martial arts from the Kung Fu, so they didn't even go to the Kung Fu Hall, just in time to see what kind of exercises and martial arts the master and the sect have collected, in front of the gate of Gongfa Hall. Shihao and the other 3 stood outside the door admiring the magnificent Kung Fu Hall. I was shocked by the Kung Fu Hall before I even entered. 2 sacred beasts are carved in front of the door, green dragon on the left, white tiger on the right. The carvings of the 2 sacred beasts are so vivid that they seem to have come alive. The top sign is engraved with the 3 characters Gongfa Hall. Each of the 3 characters has a Taoist rhyme and exudes an invisible momentum. There is also a domineering couplet hanging on the left and right sides, which reads, "All the immortal magic of the heavens is hidden, and the universe can be read." Holy shit! Senior brother, the couplets in this Kung Fu Hall are so domineering. Isn't it all filled with immortal magic? I don't know, just go in and have a look. Lin Zhan was also shocked. He had doubts about life from the moment he entered Qingyun Sect. Wonderland. It's definitely a fairyland. My Lin family has not only received the appreciation and protection of the sect, but my son is also the sect's personal descendant. It's hard for the Lin family to even think about taking off. Pushing the door open, the 3 of them walked in. What comes into view are rows and rows of neatly arranged exercises and martial arts. Father, let's start choosing. Dazzling exercises and martial arts, the 3 of them were left with no way to start. Shihao picked up a few books closest to him and started reading. Holy Light Heavenly Sorrow Technique, Immortal Technique. The Holy Light Immortal King's original technique can be practiced up to the Immortal King realm. Who can compete with him once the Heavenly Beiju comes out? Thousands of rain break the first sun. Immortal Technique. Immortal King Qinyu created his own famous martial arts, and when he perfected it, he would use thousands of piercing rain swords to shatter thousands of enemies. Junior brother, this is all immortal magic. Lin Bai and Lin Zhan already knew it at this time. The little heart was beating loudly, although Lin Bai and Shihao were shocked. But it's better. After all, the techniques taught to them by their master are not weaker than the immortal techniques. But Lin Zhan was different. What do you practice? Line up to see Emperor Holy Heaven and Earth Xianhuang. The skills he practices are Earth-level top-level skills. When have you ever seen this scene? At the same time, I thank the sect master for his generosity. Let the Lin family choose a few at will. The one you can grab here is either the Immortal King's method or the Immortal King's method. After a while the 3 people came out. Lin Zhan chose 1 immortal method and 2 immortal level martial arts. These 3 books are enough to be passed down to the Lin family for 1,000,000 years or even longer. Lin Zhan decided to designate these books as the Lin family's inherited martial arts. When he returned home, under the Qingyun Mountains, it is only 100 miles away from Qingyun Sect, a large open space was cleared. Everyone in the Lin family is busy. Everyone's face was full of joy, building a city for the sect and for them. After Qingyun City is built, the Lin family will move here from Tianwu City. The spiritual energy here is extremely abundant, and with the protection of the main sect, it is simply a paradise. Chapter 26 Measuring the Secret of Heaven, Shocking Secret Pavilion. This side of Qingyun Palace, Master, Feng Qingyang, Realm, Early True Person Realm, Disciples, Lin Bai, Shihao, Physique. godly body of the heavens. Strong men of the sect, Ancestor Li Qingyun, peak of the great emperor realm, guardian elder Wang Xian, peak of the shattered sky realm, outer sect elder Yi Bai, peak of the shattered sky realm, guardian 5. Sect, Qingyun Sect, level 1, 8500/10,000. The sect value has increased by a full 5,000.